Good morning. Not much has changed from what I felt like post-game really the other day in terms of the game. Texas State outplayed us, number one. Number two, discussed this with the players this morning, the good and the bad. I think the good, defensively, had a great second half. Really played good, played the way that, we think we can play. Shutting them out in the second half. The not so good is gave up 31 points and 320-something yards in the first half. So that wasn't good. Offensively, I thought the good was we threw it and caught it pretty good, which I think is encouraging moving forward. The not so good, obviously, is the way we ran the football, and I think it's a combination of things. I kind of abandoned the run probably too fast. We just weren't having a whole lot of success with it, and had a lot of stuff there. We thought the throwing game, and but executing and so on and so forth. Special teams wise, I thought we shored up a few things in terms of what we were doing at Army, so I was pleased with that. We're not kicking, the ball very good, and we certainly need to improve on that. So UTEP, we're excited that we have opportunity to play again at home. 2:30 game is interesting. We don't have many of those here, so but it's a great opportunity for us to play on TV and to play at home. So we're excited about it. UTEP's 2-1 on the season. Offensively, kind of a mixed bag. They try to be physical and have success with it. I mean, they run right at you at times and use play action and do some things, and then they'll spread you out and do a lot of the same things that that Texas State was doing to us as well. They have an experienced offensive line. I think they have a really good offensive line as well. Defensively, the structure of it is pretty similar to Texas State when you look at it. They got some different guys on their football team from last year, an older team. Definitely have went the transfer route and put some guys, but really impressed with their front guys. I think their front guys are very, very physical. Their front four guys, front three guys, when they're in their odd stuff, and they're going to give us some different looks. But it's we respect UTEP, but it's more this is a lot about us having to get better, and we got to get better in order to have a chance to win the game. And we certainly have to put two halves together defensively, and have to figure out a way to have more balance offensively in order to have a chance to win. And that's what we're going to try to work on this week. So.
All right, Coach, first several questions today come from Adam Hunsucker with the News-Star. To start with, given UTEP's struggles and the difficulty of your own schedule, is this week a must-win game for your team?
I mean, obviously we'd like to win, but I don't, treating it as a must-win. I mean, every game, seems like it's a must-win, but it's another opportunity for us to get better, and I'm more concerned right now with us having to get better than us having to win.
Do you have an early injury report, and in particular, TJ Fiola and his status?
I think TJ's going to be fine. He had the injury last year, and I think similar, trauma to that area, and I think, so he came in and got checked out, and we think he's going to be fine.
After watching film, what improvements do you need to see to be made to run the ball better?
There's a lot of things there, no doubt. I mean, you can put it all together, and the thing that we're looking at is better setups. We're trying to get, and we have to try to get, and we just got to execute better. But the thing about offense is, one guy messes up and get be -5. All 11 guys have to do their job, and especially when you're talking about up front guys and running the game and stuff. I mean, you can, so it's not, one thing or one person or anything, whatever. It's just no consistency. It just seemed like our timing is still off. Running and the blocking, matching, when we're hitting the holes and so on and so forth. It's just stuff that has to be worked on.
So far, what do you think the offensive strengths are to this point?
The first game, I don't know really, but the second game, like I said, I was kind of pleased with the way that we threw it. I think we still left some out there, but I was pleased with the way we threw it around a little bit. I think the other thing that I liked or whatever is I counted 11 different guys caught the football. We had some some balance there. I think we had 6 catches. I think 6 or 7 with our tight ends, and I think 6 with our running backs, to go along with the receiver. So, the ball got thrown around a little bit to different spots, and we were pretty efficient, especially in the first half. In the second half, when you're not going to be as efficient when you're down and you're pressing and trying to get back in the game, you're not going to be as efficient. But I thought we were pretty efficient in the first half throwing it.
After 2 games, do you feel settled as an offensive play caller, and how has that process gone?
It had nothing to do with that. I don't know about settled or anything like that. It's just we got to do better. But I've been involved in the offense since I've been here every week. So, who calls the plays is the least of my concerns.
What is missing for this team to put a consistent performance together for 4 quarters?
I think the consistency on offense, I think, is the big thing. We got to become more consistent and get more first downs and and drive the ball better. And then defensively, we just that's 2 weeks in a row we haven't started very good. And like last week, I thought we played great in the second half, and you can say, well, maybe Texas State took their foot off the gas or did something. I don't know, but we just look like a different football team. I know Coach Stoker, I heard him speak to the defense, and that's exactly was his sentiments. That we finally, we did more what we were supposed to do and played more the way we played. But I think more, better consistency on both sides of the ball, and then you look at the offensive side, and that's what I got to get better at. We got to get better at whatever is running the football better, and because it's hard. The RPO game, play action game's tough when the run, when you're not getting yards in the run game. That's what opens up everything else, and we're going to have to be able to do that.
Coach, you talked about the ability to spread the football around and having 11 different receivers catching the football, and some guys had some breakout games. Perry Carter just short of his first 100-yard receiving game. Are you surprised this early in his career, Colby has settled in on where he's not locked into just one guy, that he's able to get some of his secondary choices and spreading that ball around a little bit?
No, I think he's been here and he's got a lot of practice time, and we've always thought that he'd be somebody that could really throw the ball. We haven't changed a lot of what we're doing in throwing game or anything by any stretch. I don't think any more changes than what we've always done. We always change things in the off season. I would get with Coach Kubik and we would look at stuff, and the other coaches, and we would move some things around and change some stuff. So I don't think we really have done more what we would have normally done in a normal year. So with that being said, he's been through this, and it's the same terminology, and we've kept the exact same terminology. The way we check protections, the way we call protections, the way we identify, we've kept every bit of that and stuff. So although Coach Kubik left, Coach Bolfing worked with, has been here 3 years and obviously knows the position, having coached it and played it and stuff. So there's a lot of carryover for Colby. I think there's as much carryover probably if, we wouldn't have lost a coach, really. We've tried to keep it, everything, wording, all that stuff, and that matters. It's not so much the route. It's, the changes. When you start changing terminology and you start changing how you identify people and all that, that's, to me, that's more of the struggles in terms of change, whatever. So we've made sure that we didn't do, none of that happened at all.
Coach, you alluded to earlier having all 11 guys on the same page. When you think about all the time that was lost, not only in the spring but in the preseason, it perhaps is not a surprise when you look at all the experience you've lost at the offensive line that that's the area that hasn't quite come together yet and started to play at that one heartbeat.
Well, if you look at it also, the other side of that is, too, we lost a center and left guard and left tackle. That's what we lost. And obviously quarterback was a big loss, and we lost Marquise McCray. But other than that, we have all of our tight ends back, our right tackle, our right guard are back, running backs are back, wide receiving core is back. That's, it's, it's timing, and, we got to get, but certainly way, in terms of me, and then plus talking to the players, way past that excuse. We got to get better, and we should be doing better.
Ty Shelby was back in the lineup on Saturday, had a career-high 7 tackles. How important is to get him back, not only from a skill standpoint, but just from a leadership standpoint?
I think it's huge for us, and no doubt we were able to get him back. We were able to get Ivan White back, and just getting some of those guys that have been in there and stuff. I thought the young guys did tremendous at Army. I mean, you go back and look at the front, and yes, I mean they ran for whatever they ran for, but I thought we mixed it up with them pretty good. Those young guys that we played up there. But it was good to get Ty back in there, and it was certainly good to get Ivan back in there as well.
Coach, we'll give it just another couple seconds here for any additional follow-ups. I think we're good to go, Coach. Appreciate it. Thank you very much.